All right, folks. Ryder here to rearrange his new colony, and just moving around this, there's been quite a bit of activity. Whether I bumped the box or whether I've just blocked their path, they're showing a little more concern right now. See, I got my gloves right here, and you can see I'm suited up. And I actually found a couple more frames with wax on them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my best to rearrange this, probably shift some of the wax frames that are in the top box that hopefully there's some larvae in, down to the bottom. Hopefully get the queen, spot the queen and get her down to the bottom box here. And then I will remove this box, move this box down so it's in the second place, put the inside lid that has the openings on it on top of that, and put the outer lid back on. I have a queen excluder right here that's going to go in, and hopefully these two frames that have some resources for them to use. And I'm going to start by doing a little bit of smoke to calm them down. Now, how well it's going to work, I don't know, because normally what happens when you smoke them, they drink up some honey and they calm down a little bit. Well, there's really not a lot of honey in this because it's so brand new, so I'm not sure how well it's going to work. I just use burlap. I like an old rotted burlap bag for my kindling to get started, and then some fresh burlap sack. And this smoke is harmless to them. Smokes really well, easy to get going. So you can see plenty of smoke happening here. I do not have a cameraman, so I am going to prop the phone on a ladder. So I'm going to start by pumping a little smoke right in here. And then I'm going to go down to the main spot. I also have a plate that I need to put in the bottom. Right now this has been open. Okay, so we're going to pump some smoke in here. And seems to be causing a little bit of excitement. Hopefully it helps to calm them down. Okay, and I'll just set this aside. Apologize for the camera work. Now, I'm going to prop the phone, and I checked this before and it looked like it was pretty good, but I'll double check it real quick here. Yeah, it's got a decent angle on it. So you should be able to see most of what I'm doing. Give it another puff or two of smoke. Maybe even just, since there isn't a bottom plate, I'll just smoke it underneath the bottom. Hopefully this causes some calming action. Okay, put my gloves on and let's go for it. I'll try to make this quick. We're at about 65 degrees, so it's a decent temperature. You can see the sun is shining on top of the box, so I'm mostly in the shade myself, so I'm not sweating too much in this protective suit. But my main concern is to keep them nice and warm, keep them happy. Now, here we go. Take the lid off. Aside. Now let's start examining these frames, see if there's anything happening in them. So you can see right there, there's one tucking away. That's what they do sometimes when they get smoked. They just bury their little heads. Okay, so far I don't see anything. I didn't bring my beekeeper tool with me. I'm not seeing any larvae in here at all. I'm just seeing a lot of bees. These are mostly short frames from a medium box. That doesn't have anything going on it, so I'm just going to take that out of there. Nothing going on there, so it may very well be the case that she is down in the bottom. There is nothing, no larva, no honey, nothing going on in this box here. It's just wax. I'll move that out of the way. And now another puff of smoke here. So it looks like maybe most of the activity is in this medium box. We'll see. Yep, there it is. Look, a big, huge bunch of comb. So they've actually made comb right on the inner lid. Not ideal. She's probably in this group right here. I'm going to set that aside right now. And, okay, so this is where she is. This is good. I'm actually going to go ahead and put in these other frames to this box. I know that this is the box she's in. Oh, this is a medium. I can't put these in it. Wow, there's a ton of good stuff going on right here. And I want these. This is where the larva is going to be. So I want these frames to go in the bottom. Get these little branches out. Those were the last couple branches that the pheromones were on. Now I'm a little challenged. I am going to, they've already sealed this down with some propolis. I'm going to take this box off, set it aside. And now let's do an examination of this bottom box. I can see that these are brand new frames over here. Nothing's happened with them, so I'm just going to take them out, put them aside. Keep going with that. Okay, now I'm just going to slide them over. Okay, they are definitely doing some work on that right there. So I am going to leave these frames here where they are. And I'm going to take those short frames and put them in here for now, because I could tell that there's colony going on in this. And I'll replace them later, but for now, because they're so solid, yeah. So I see mostly honey going on here, but a ton of good development. They've made a ton of new wax. So this is going in here. No larva to be seen in this one, but I'm putting it in there anyways. This is going to be what I start them off with. You know, I'm having second thoughts on what I should do here. Maybe I should just start these guys off with one full-size box and the medium. Because everything I'm seeing in that box right there, in the medium, is just honey. So, I'm going to continue to inspect this one and see if there's larvae going on here. There's not, they're just building up wax is all I see so far. I have not seen any larvae whatsoever. I also haven't seen the queen. Okay, she's right there. I see her. So, I'm going to slide these back over. She is in this bottom box. So on these two panels here that were already had wax on them, it was already starting to develop. I just squished a bee, so they're going to be upset. Come on, move out of the way, girls. I don't want to hurt the queen. Okay. So, let's leave that frame there. I'm going to add these two that have some decent supplies on them for them, and put them right next to the area that I believe is becoming the brood. Okay. And everything that they've worked on, I'm going to leave alone. I just killed another. Nope, good. I didn't squish it. Come on, move out of the way, girls. There you go. Okay. So, we'll put these two frames back in here. Maybe three more frames. So this is going to be it. This is going to be the brood box on the bottom. And they've got the brood started over here on this side. That's it. So now we'll take the queen excluder and put it on top of there, because I saw her in there. I know she's in here right now. So the queen excluder will keep her from going into the top box. And rather than put a large, a deep frame, which is what I normally set on there, I'm actually going to start with this medium. And there's already honey in this. And eventually I'll move this up and add another one. But for now, this will be their supply. And I don't want them building off the ceiling like they did there. So I'm going to add another frame here, and I'm going to go look. I think I have a couple more medium frames to put in here. And I'd rather them build on medium frames that are empty than to build on the lid. Right back. Okay, so this one's really misshapen, but it's something for them to build on, and it takes up space, so that's good. And then I have two empty ones. This one seems kind of broken. There. That one would go right there. And now normally I'd use rubber bands to take this wax comb here and put it in there. I'm not sure if I want to take the time to do that right now, so what I think I'm going to do is just break this wax off and place it in here. All this can be fixed later. Yeah, they got some honey in here and they got some wax, and hopefully they'll repurpose it. So I'm just going to put that in there for right now. There we go. And I'm going to place this way, because you can see, well, I'll show you in a moment with the camera. Come on, nice and slow. Okay, do I still have some wax buildup here? Okay, so the inner lid is on. So I'm going to grab the camera real quick and show you what's going on here. Got a stick stuck in there. Got that out. All right, so this is the main opening down here at the bottom where they go in and out. And I am going to adjust this so it's different, little bit different opening. I actually stuck myself with a little piece of wire right there. See the little wire? I thought I got stuck, so I flinched. All right, get this straightened up a little bit more. I think this is going to be good enough for right now. I didn't see any larvae in any of these frames over here. So maybe I'll re-inspect this and see if there's some better frames in here that I can use for that medium box. That's a deep. That's a medium. That's a medium. So I got some better medium frames in here. I'm actually going to switch some of those out. So I'm going to back up a little bit, put the camera back on the perch. And I'm going to take that inner lid off again. There's my glove. Alrighty then. Let's go back into this medium box. Take this lid off. It seems to be really nice and calm. I'm going to take this one out of here. It's kind of misshapen anyways. Set that aside for right now. This one was completely blank, so I'll set that aside for right now. Going to reach in there barehanded and take out the wax comb. Okay, I know you're excited about your new home. All right. So, another empty frame coming out again. I had forgotten that I had those mediums that were in decent shape in the other box. I was thinking they were all full size. So here we go. That's a good looking one. Come on girls, move. No squishies. There we go. So this will be their honey supply for now. Eventually it may be what I steal honey from them with. So I can get 2 more in there if I can get this to push over. There we go. That's another really quite misshapen one. I'm trying to use the ones that aren't so misshapen. That's not too bad. All right, this is going to be the last one. Just kind of gently wiggle it back and forth so they move out of the way and I don't hurt them. All right, so now the queen is in the bottom with the excluder keeping her in there. That's where the larva will be, and this will be their temporary honey supply right here. Going to lower this box lid down on here, nice and gentle. Come on girls, move out of the way. Come on. Don't want to hurt them, so just move nice and slow. There we go. And now I can put the main lid on there. And when I take the lid and slide it forward, the outer lid, there's actually 2 openings now at the top so that the bees can come in and out from the top as well. So I think that's going to be it for today. The last thing I'm going to do is set this box that has a lot of wax in it and the rest of the bees. I'm just going to set it on top here. Put these other frames here. These bees will all end up going back into the hive, and they will also be able to utilize the wax on these frames for rebuilding or freshly building the colony below. I'm just going to leave this wax right here where they can access it. None of these frames have any honey or pollen or larvae on them, so this is actually a good thing right now. All these bees will just continue to take advantage of this already made wax, and they will chew up the wax here and take it down into the colony. And now they've got a much smaller area to maintain. So my plan was to use this box here on top, but because of the way that I had seen the medium in really good shape here, there's at least two deep frames on this side that already had wax, and that's where the queen is laying her egg. I exposed the second or third frame here on this side. So she's trapped in the bottom. She has to stay down there. All she can do is lay eggs. And the bees will develop this whole section out for brood, and they're going to use this for honey. Eventually, I will take this box here, put in full-size frames in it, and set it down on top, and then this will go above that. So this will be the honey I could actually steal maybe this August or September. But for now, I've condensed everything down. I'm really pleased with the way this went. Now, I'm going to go inspect the other hive, but I have to grab a hive tool. I also want to get out of this suit for a little bit. Believe it or not, I'm actually dripping in sweat in here, even though it's only about 65 degrees. This suit is a canvas suit that's pretty thick so that the bees can't sting me, and it's very warm. So I'm going to get out of this for a minute and cool down. I'll see if I can set the ladder up over there, and I will inspect that hive to see what's going on. I want to see if there's any vermin in it, varroa mites or moths or beetles, anything in that hive, and see how it's doing, because I want to see too if they're developing new queen cells from their larvae. She left that hive. That hive's about 40 feet away. You can see it way over there on the other side of the yard. And she left that hive, and I captured her in this tree and put her into this new hive. So that hive is on its own. Have to do an inspection. I hope you've enjoyed watching this little video. I am not a professional beekeeper. I am a hobbyist. I am an amateur. I've been doing this for 6 years now. I have had this particular colony all 6 years. And I've had new colonies come in, and I've lost them. I've split hives, and I've lost them. Hopefully, this is going to be the first year that I go through where I keep 2 colonies through the winter. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry I didn't respond to comments very much. I'll work on that. Thanks, Jennifer. Thanks, Ken. Thanks anybody else that stopped by. Have a wonderful afternoon. I may or may not stream the inspection of the other hive. If you subscribe to me or follow me with the notifications, you'll know when I go live, and you can watch my next one. All of this will be transferred to my YouTube page, and there will be links on my Facebook page to my YouTube and Twitch pages. Thank you so much. Ryder out.